This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
The play clock's running down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Stop short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Young dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Looking to throw. Young. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Let's go. J2. J2.
3 down, 3 down.
Let's go. J2. 58.
They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Hey, we got tight left.
J2. Let's go. J2. J2.
Check
J2.
J2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
J2.
Hey, alert 3.
Let's go.
Mike 50.
He can run for it, and he will. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Woo! You got him. You got him.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, here we go.
Young to throw on 2nd down.
Get him, boys.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Jam.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw. Young. He gets it left side to Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Detroit. Here we go now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
To throw is Young on 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Urlacher. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go. J2.
Turn up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. This is Johnson. He's got it. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, Detroit!
Here's Young. Off play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Young, off the play fake. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Let's go! J2! J2! Half!
Check safety!
Now a play fake here on first down. Big hold of the 30. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go!
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue J2! Half!
Squeeze, double.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down again. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3.
Come on, run!
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Single.
Let's go. J2.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going.
J2.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Let's go. Blue. J2.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Boom! I see you, boy. I see you.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Check 24.
Let's go.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Young now, operating from the gun. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Well, it was second and long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Looking to throw. Young. Hard throw, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Off the play fake. Young. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. He's crashing.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Hurry up, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
All right, here we go.
Young from the gun on 3rd down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back to throw. Young. Ertz has it left side.
Watch tight end.
All right, here.
We got 3.
All right, now look at
Three down.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
They'll look to throw.
Here we go.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
No, check, Patriot. No, check, Patriot. All right, now look at 56. Detroit. 90. Back to Detroit.
He's back to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight end right.
Set.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Hey, get him.
Detroit.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Green 39. Over. No, check, Patriot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Back.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that enables him to also pick up the first. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
All right, now look at 56. Leopard.
Alert.
Gun. Leopard.
Check 3.
Looking to throw. Young.
Rush in.
Now a desperation throw. Deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Young. From the gun, he'll throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Back to throw. Young. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
And out now come the Eagles. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch not. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Sit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight.
Big Blue, set.
3 down.
140.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Two tights. Out.
Set. 391. Orange left.
Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Looking to throw. Young. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Now let's go.
Here's Young, operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Champ Bailey.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
85.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
3 down.
Set. 180. 85.
Watch twist.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
We got double tight. Double tight.
Sit.
Hey, we got
And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on him. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4.
391, 3.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 15.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Hey, we got to get the ball, D.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. What a decision to go for it on 4th from their own territory, and it pays off. 41 yards. Fresh set of downs here.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Set. 140. Watch the hot.
Check 52.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Set. 140, 140.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to.
Back now with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Austin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down and 5 here to start things out.
Detroit! Here we go!
Now Young. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Hurry up!
Young now, throwing on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Now let's go!
Young looking to throw on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Hot, hot, hot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Boom! Bus stop!
Leopard!
Tighten up!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Blue 90!
Four down! Check!
No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Watch left!
Leopard! Detroit! Here we go!
To throw is Young. To throw on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Now let's go!
Off play action. Young. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Throwing to start the drive. Young. And it's caught. Touchdown. On my drive chart, I write successful drives in blue, and so far for them, 4 first-half drives, 4 touchdowns. It's all blue, no red.
What did they see on film? What did they see on tape that led them to have this type of a game plan, this type of execution? They're reading them like they're a true open book.
Oh, my goodness. In every facet, too. And then on the other side, I mean, it's domination right now offensively.
Yeah, they're going to need one player to make a monster play to try and stop this Tide.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Two tides. Hey, guys, check me out.
140.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
85.
He's coming. Double up.
There's a 3-man line.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. It's going the other way. And it's a touchdown.
Yeah, baby.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may...
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Aaron Donald forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Watch the hot. Set. 92. Set.
Check 24. Check 24.
85.
Check.
85.
Check 26.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm coming back.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. A great play there. 74 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one good for 16. And the drive will continue.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
3-man line, okay? So
36.
Back to throw. Steps away and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And this offense on third down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Gonna air it out deep for Gronkowski. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
The drive will start with an option going left. He'll pitch it back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. That kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. They find some open field here. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Play clock winding down.
all right, here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. And he's got room.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now here on EA Sports.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Now that's good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watch the hot.
He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
45. Orange left. 85.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Time running out here on the play clock. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Now let's go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, baby, boom!
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Gun! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Now let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go now!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this.
Get it.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Kill. Blue 90.
3 down. Watch 88, watch 88.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Go.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
One down. Hurry.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Alert flare.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Second. Green 90.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Bang.
Detroit. Now let's go.
SOS.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Young, operating from the gun. He gets it left side to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now Young. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the... And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. 25 yards. And his guy...
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead.
He still ain't shit after that run.
Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a first down throw. Luck.
Oh.
Middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 4-yard line.
No.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Nah, I thought it was funny the last game. They literally ran everything that I basically ran. So they just took my shit and just ran with it. I was just like, that's cool. Yeah, hopefully they'll fix it next year. It's like, you know, stop with the bullshit picks, you know, drop out of the hands. I mean, there was, you know, there was a couple of drops that, I mean, I was just like, yeah, that's just 18 for you. You know, no skill, and then of course he throws up a fucking fade route glitch.
From the gun,
that works.
Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that wasn't
caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Okay.
A very solid gain of 27.
Man, you're late. You're already late. Gotta hit the share button 4 times.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh.
And he'll fall forward.
So wait, where is Floyd at? Do you have him rushing every
Just
play?
a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen him yet. I don't know.
In the running game thus far. After that last run, not much has changed in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line isn't helping him much. Throwing the out route incomplete.
That was a high point out route.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Try to go for that
Up
shit.
a
That was
16
nice.
there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's what I've seen all game. Trying to blow these fuckers out. I got work. I'm about to be late as fuck.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
3
Give him a couple on the carry there.
And it takes, well, I'm looking at the Google Maps right now, and there's a fucking car accident, of course. So instead of it being a 30-minute ride, it's 44 minutes and going up.
Got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Check 25, check 25.
Yeah. Right? It's a butt.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Yeah.
Looking for a seam, but finding nothing.
I heard about it, but I'm like, Google Maps is supposed to do the same thing. It's like, here's the faster route, accept or decline. I'm like, okay.
Going on 3rd down, Luck.
Oh, what? Jesus.
A minute 57 to go in this first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
Maybe he'll be stupid and not come out of goal line.
A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal.
Up. Here comes like 4 QB sneaks in a row.
Defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Oh,
they come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
That shit looks good. He might hit that shit to the outside, yep.
They'll go to blitz and in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I'm about to... Yeah, I mean, if you blitz everybody, shit, somebody better get through.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I know this play. I got it. I pass off the Gonzalez to me. I'll take the slant, and then you get the, Texas. Get the Texas. Oh, never mind. He's running it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will not
only
not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I was waiting for that tight end angle route.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They've been stuffed twice for losses. Now it's
I know mic'd up, but I don't know what game. It was, what is it?
Out of the gun, Luck.
Oh, no! 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 Bro! Why did he not go to the speed? I was holding triangle. He just fucking watched them leap up and get teabagged.
Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him
right. Is your shit on play ball? No, that wouldn't make a difference because that's a user. That doesn't. Fuck. I wish I could get away with shit like that.
I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked.
Right? Yeah, I was like, fuck it. You know, you get Carmichael
as the kicks away.
Yep.
That'll take it in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I haven't been watching the top 100.
Young now on first down.
Ooh, I almost fucked that up.
Right side here, complete. Now hold everything.
Don't say shit. Don't say shit. I haven't watched any of it. I'm about to watch that shit at work.
With a little under a minute to go.
Oh
in
yeah.
This first half.
Now let's go.
I'm proving.
Young on 1st and 10.
I should have threw that. I shouldn't have thrown that.
Man over the middle and it's complete.
I should have threw that post. I don't know why I've been being a bitch about that. I should be throwing that. I get scared that safety is just gonna fucking knock it down.
Excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to.
Low
He's
point.
the best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised.
That's the same bitch-made-ass defense that they called all game. And I remember saying that shit a while back. I was like, yeah, just run that nickel 3-3-5, cover 3 buzz with the spy, and that pretty much locks up everything.
To the line now, 1st and 10.
He's Jose Loyal out here.
Operating for the gun. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Moss is a piece of shit, man. Like, that's the golden ticket, Moss. He doesn't get shit. Drops everything.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Dancing to his left.
Oh.
And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Swear to God, if it's a pick, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
From the gun, Young. And
Thank you.
Touchdown.
That's what should have happened. That is what should have happened.
Before halftime. Now
Damn.
They just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Kick this one away.
I watched the replay. It was the tight end, but it wasn't a seam. It was a post. But I don't know why. When I playmakers, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, he was like right straight up, and I should have hit that one.
See a knee, and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some
I saw that
out there.
when I watched the replay. I was like, fuck me. That was probably the worst read I made the whole game.
We got three.
Now we'll play here on first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost
be a good
so this
parent.
is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before the break. Lock.
He's going deep.
This one go deep.
Give me that shit. Oh.
Coverage and it's intercepted.
Oh, to the left. To the left. I got one. Oh! Is that one?
On this first half of action.
Gonzo.
I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through, and we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter.
Oh, yeah. Let me know. My mic's plugging up.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, bullshit.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football.
Let me hold a couple runs at once.
Tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff
show you how to do this.
That's a disappointment. But
bullshit! You gave me like one.
With approval by the head coach.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light. Green light means go, red light
I really want to
stop.
run this read option, but I'm afraid they're better than the other people we played the last game. I might get fucked up.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, juke him.
He's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line.
I'm going to try one read option. If it doesn't work,
down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not
Steve Young, bro? Yeah, he's the shit.
As you move forward.
Yeah. He runs like way weird, like I don't know how to explain it, but I fucked that up. He's like he runs, I don't know, way faster than what his speed says he does.
5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Nah, he's like what's that old white safety's name? Fucking Larry Wilson or something? When he gets the pick and he starts running with the ball, that's what he runs like.
Operating from the gun. And he's
yep.
gonna be taken down.
You
back
bitch.
at the 2. Leonard Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down.
Holy shit.
Here's Johnny Hacker now.
I'm about to
and no
room
for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own
No, I'm
end
not,
zone.
because I'm about to leave that job in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Yeah.
Now Brown.
Oh, what's the beer? Don't say Bud Light. Don't say water beer.
Too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position.
Oh, yeah, IPA
with a
too?
1st and 10 on the short side
Bro.
of the field.
Slam.
It's all about the percent.
A handoff as they run
left
side. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Nah, you gotta drink. You gotta drink that piss. That's as long as it got 11%, 12%. That's all you need. Nah, but
change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, come on, bro.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Bud Light, water beer.
For him being bottled up throughout the day, finally
You would drink those lady drinks,
really
man.
Nice
Nah.
The defense had felt great about
Nah.
Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high.
Oh, he should have threw that.
He just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Bro, I never said I drink Smirnoff. Nah. Nah, the one thing that I've been trying to hit people to is the Sapporo. White, the Sapporo silver can and the black. Oh,
Luck now to throw.
Ooh.
Pressure and down
Them
he
heaters.
goes. Luck is sacked. Leonard
I guess Floyd is working for you primarily as a rusher.
Linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11.
Oh yeah, what does he have 91s on or no? What the fuck? That dude can do everything.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Oh. Whoops, never mind.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
He ain't getting it. No field goal. Wait.
Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard.
Nah, fuck. What's his name? I've been seeing people making. Oh, okay. If you have what's his face?
It was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
I'm about to take these years to working on that. No balls.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit.
No.
And here now the offense heading back out there.
Y'all want one? Oh man, I started early. Yeah, y'all slacking. I ain't even clock in, and I'm right where I need to be. Yeah, what are y'all doing?
But why put them in a tougher spot?
Oh.
Get out there and get some offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think I showed up high one time.
And after the play
just
on
one
the ground,
time.
that brings up 2nd down here.
Yeah. When I used to work at the Pizza Bullies, like, oh hell yeah. Go right in the bathroom because the owner or whatever, he just let us as 16-year-olds run the whole shit. Cash, everything. We would be making all kinds of barbecue sauce, pizza, and bullshit. Getting high as fuck. Yep, just like, what do you want? I don't know. Fucking just throw shit together. Literally just watch some Scooby-Doo and just look at some of the fat-ass sandwiches they would make and just copy it.
Executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback could have seen that, could have audible there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense.
Exactly.
All the gaps were filled, except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. Once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the run.
You got the mushrooms? No, not those mushrooms.
We are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. As big of a play as this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Young. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Hell yeah, bro.
A big play there. 59 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Shit.
Vinatieri.
Let me hold some, bro. Damn.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Weak lung.
Listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On second down, here's Locke.
Oh, he's going to throw the corner out.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Jesus.
Sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. So the D-line's going to spread out.
But you were probably up for like 36 hours.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your
catch,
inbounds, keep the clock running.
J0 almost shit at that. Oh, man.
Side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got to increase defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
About
3 yards there to the 27.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you
you
say,
never know.
That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's a big
Now
Young.
He got me.
On third down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20.
Well,
10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, don't change the channel
but you
just
said,
yet.
what about
This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so,
because being drunk isn't going to, like, it's almost impossible. Like, first of all, I don't know anybody that's speeding. Yeah.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
That should take about 45, 55. Yep.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game.
That was the
The
move,
good
though.
news for them is if for some reason
Going
they
to
make a
Taco Bell.
mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
It's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Young.
No, you dropping ass.
Couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
But it does to us.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows them to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense.
What was it? What was that thing called?
Yeah, that'll loosen up
Atlantis
things a little bit,
and
maybe play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Surfing people and fucking.
Let's talk a little football 101
Oh
here,
man,
because
don't get me started with fucking conspiracy theories.
Success on first down. Huge difference as we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd down following the run.
Oh, it's it, yeah.
Hey, we got 3 down.
He'll look to throw. He's
Son of a bitch.
Fly.
No! Why did he just watch him? Why did he? Bro, what is going on right now? That's the third time this game. You got Moss. I got Moss. Well, technically, I got Moss again, even though that was a quick off.
Figure out which play will work well.
God damn, they're just watching them catch that shit.
You just described. Looking down at that
I'm about to just go for the SWAT. Go for the SWAT. Fuck it. Not about to go to overtime. Fuck this. Throw that fucking out route. Oh, you bitch. Oh my God.
And down
I swear to God.
15 shy of the 10. 15
let me hold that linebacker position one time.
I can say pretty safely.
Let me show you something.
If you don't have
one of you, I don't care.
Put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually
happen. Oh, you showed me all of it, the very last thing.
And they were able to successfully complete that one.
He's going to flip one out here.
That wasn't my job.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make
if you want, I'll do it. All right, I'll do it all. Instinct. You ain't covering shit.
They'll look to throw.
Game.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up
Wilson,
and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
If he would have fumbled, I would have shit my pants.
But this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had.
So, okay, floor it.
He's able to come away here with
the
interception.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Oh, man. Damn, how many minutes am I going to be late? About to be 20 minutes. Not bad. Could be worse.
All right, here we go.
You know, it's still the same. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright. I'ma download it. Oh, they got the cop scanners too? Yep. Yep. Shit. Alright, good game. I'll catch you fuckers later. Alright. See ya.